Hey, hey, hey.
Hello. Hi.
Happy New Year.
Oh, that's right.
It is.
Well, this is technically our second podcast. Of the new year. Yes. Because we podcasted last year, early, but that's okay. We had a lovely New Year's Eve. We cooked the best tenderloin. I feel like that was 3 months ago, by the way.
I know. It was like a week ago. It was amazing beef tenderloin, which the beef tenderloin comes from, obviously, beef. And it's what your filet mignon comes from. Yes. So if you ever see a beef tenderloin, we cooked the whole thing instead of slicing it like a steak.
It was so yummy.
And actually, I didn't say we. Tom cooked the beef tenderloin. I just supplied the piece of meat, which we were laughing at because, know your farmer, know where your food comes from. Well, we know exactly what cow this came from. So a lot of your ground beef comes from cows. Cows are female bovines that have had a baby before. And as they age, most of your ground beef comes from actually dairy cows, honestly, but this was a beef cow that had been called from the herd because of her age, and she had the best beef tenderloin.
You just ruined all
I'm kind of explaining it to you. So it would not be common that you would ever keep the beef tenderloin because it'd be kind of tough and not great.
Literally the best I've ever had in my life.
So we normally have
is a great cook when it comes to meat. Sometimes, but this was the best I have ever had.
We normally just have it all ground into beef sticks or ground beef for the market, which is super, really lean. I don't know. I always say 90-10. It is extremely lean. But the butcher called and said, Kristin, I cannot grind these tenderloins. They're beautiful. They are so nice. And we said, we'll just keep them for ourselves. And so we kept these whole tenderloins, which
seriously
were amazing. Good. So good.
Yeah. We had that. We had lobster. We were very fancy.
Potatoes.
I don't like lobster.
Rolls.
I find it to be overrated.
I like claws.
I wanted to do crab legs originally. But I was at Costco and the crab legs were really, really, really pricey. And so
they looked huge too.
All they had were the huge
crab
ones. They
didn't
have the smaller ones. And so like literally 2 legs was like $100. And I'm like,
that's crazy.
I just can't justify it. Like,
at least the beef was the right price.
The beef was a great price. I love all my friends, but I just could not. I was like, I will buy you all lobster. I will not buy you all king crab legs at that
We used to do that for New Year's. We'd boil a lobster. Yeah, the kids would watch me like put it in. They never screamed though. Yeah, they always went and picked them out of the case. And then we'd boil them.
We used to have that like at our grocery store. They don't do that really anymore.
They don't do it much anymore.
Oh, funny story though. I'll tell you about that real quick. Side note, when we were in New York City, for those of you that don't know, I have Crohn's disease. Sometimes when I have to go to the bathroom, I have to go to the bathroom now. So I'm like literally in this cute little like park, Bryant Park, for those of you that are familiar with it, where there's like lots of little shopping and stuff. And we're just walking around and I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom right now. So I take off on my mom and Liv and I run to, there was not Trader Joe's, what's the other one? Whatever, grocery store, Whole Foods, across the street. I run in there to try to go to the bathroom, and it's like a fancy New York Whole Foods. There's like an escalator I have to go up, like it's all this stuff. I finally get there, and the line is literally a minimum of 27 people long.
Oh.
So I'm like, this is not going to work. I turn around, I run back out. I went into 4 different stores, you guys. I could not find anywhere to go to the bathroom. I went into a hotel. They would not let me go. And I'm at the point now where I'm telling people I have to go to the bathroom.
Like we don't want her to blow up our toilet.
So I finally find a Red Lobster in Times Square.
Really? Mm-hmm. There's a Red Lobster?
There's a Red Lobster in Times Square. I run into this thing.
Like, you were red.
And there is a sign flat out that says, no bathrooms for... So I walk in, I go to the hostess. I will buy anything I need to buy right now if you let me use your bathroom. Just please, 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 please let me use your bathroom. And I'm like, I'm sweating at this point. And she was like, just go. It's right up the steps. It was like a 3-story Red Lobster. First of all, I've never even been in a Red Lobster, to be perfectly honest with you.
I used to go all the time after church.
I've never once eaten in a Red Lobster. So I went running up the steps to this place. It was so embarrassing, you guys. Like, I can't even tell you. But bottom line is...
line.
But I'm pumped.
Where's that button?
I got it. Whoa, I got it. And so
That was pure luck.
That was because I was like, I don't know what
not
button it is. We
labeled.
definitely don't have labels. There are labels somewhere on here. So anyways, they have lobsters. They have live lobsters there, and you can pick out your lobster. And
They always have. Yeah.
I didn't know because
I've never gone to Red Lobster to like buy a lobster. But
I literally have never stepped foot into a Red Lobster, but
their
needless to
cheddar
say-
biscuits, they're like cheddar garlic
so everyone
biscuits are
talks
so
about
good.
that. I've never had them.
They used to do all you can eat shrimp or like seafood platter or something. So we would go for that. But then they canceled it because I think they were losing money.
Yeah, I've never been in one. And so when I left, though, I did offer the lady. I said, "Do you want me to go like to the bar and buy a drink?" Like at this point, I felt like I needed one. I was like stressed out, and she was like, "No, it's fine. Don't worry." But Liv was tracking me.
You should have just bought some biscuits.
I would have bought anything. I would have bought the whole.
That was nice
lobster,
that they let you do that.
but they let me go.
I don't think so.
Tom's
Tom is
cooking
grilling us
dinner.
gyro burgers for our gyros tonight.
While we're
Look
doing
it up, but I
this.
think 140. No, we don't want to
We
burn
don't want
them.
you to burn them. So yeah, that was my little side note of lobster, but
That's pretty fun.
yeah,
Well.
it was quite the incident that happened in New York City. But anyways, yeah, so New Year's was lovely. We had our whole family here for New Year's Day. What did you do for New Year's Day?
So what did we? Oh, in the morning we went to my in-laws and we had not sauerkraut. I'm texting Tom. It's actually 160. 140 for lamb chops, 160 for ground lamb.
Oh, you just
160,
texted
but
him.
pull it off a little before that. We went to my in-laws, but they don't do pork and sauerkraut.
Why?
I love her New Year's meal. I mean, it was wonderful. We had the best visit. I told Bill, like, that was one of my favorite. It was just us there. We just had so much fun. We watched the Rose Parade.
I watched it too.
Saw our friend Lydia, who used to be Parker's trumpet instructor. She used to be in the West G band. We saw her on the TV twice.
That's so neat.
It was great. But she has honey baked ham, my favorite potato salad. She makes it and it's so good. And then she makes this Jello fluff stuff that's so good. Baked beans. I don't even know. I took cinnamon
So
rolls.
technically, it was the same animal, at least.
It was the same animal, but there was no sauerkraut and sausage.
So it's funny because we always do ham also on New Year's Day.
My
And
grandma Root is rolling over in her grave because she
it is a
always made it for us.
tradition.
And she did it in the electric skillet. You brown the sausage first, and then you get it good and cooked and juicy, and then you put the sauerkraut in it, and the sausage turns your sauerkraut like a little brown, and it is so good.
You could have made it.
I was going to, but we had already, Bill's like, no, my mom makes sauerkraut. I'm like, really? Because I feel like she
Oh.
doesn't. And so we'd already been to the store, and I wasn't going back out.
yeah.
So we didn't.
Okay. So if you have a bad year, now you know why.
It's all because I didn't eat sauerkraut.
And what is the theory?
It's supposed to be
behind
good
that?
luck.
I know, but I wonder what the
Pork
theory
and sauerkraut.
Is
I don't know. It's a German thing.
yeah, I don't know. So one of the girls that I'm friends with that has a makeup business on Facebook, she for literally the first few days, Tony is her name. She posted all of these cool New Year's traditions, in different countries and things that you should do or things that you should eat or there's the open your back door to let the old year out or let the new year in, something like that. So there's all kinds of cool New Year's traditions that she was posting about.
Okay, here's the real reason. So it is a German culture. I'm German. I'm Irish and German. You'd think I'd like beer. I don't. Where it's believed that the forward movement of the pig when rooting for food symbolizes moving forward into the new year.
Oh, I like
While the
that.
cabbage in sauerkraut represents prosperity due to its green color and round shape resembling coins. So the meal signifies good luck and wealth for the coming year.
Well,
Now we know.
but it has to do with the pig, so you did still get that with the ham.
So the ham, right? The ham moves forward.
Yeah, so I don't know. Whatever.
The sauerkraut,
we didn't eat
cabbage.
pig this year
The
because
potatoes, not round, kind of
kind of round,
oval.
ovally.
It's okay. I don't believe in superstitions anyway,
I don't
so
really
it's fine.
either. We didn't have ham this year because Hanukkah fell on Christmas and New Year, so we celebrated.
You're not even supposed to eat pork, are you?
No, we're really
it's the
not.
dirty meat.
Yeah, Jews don't eat pork. We do. To
Yeah.
be very clear, because I'm obviously not religious, but we have always eaten pork. But interestingly enough, we always have our Hanukkah party with my family. We host, and we always make. This is not like a tradition. Outside of our household, it's just always what we make. We make potato pancakes, which is traditional.
Oh boy, this is a real fight in the Dracy house.
Oh yeah, that is a fight too. But we make homemade corned beef, and so we made corned beef. And
Which was not a beef from our farm or a friend's farms. They chose to buy it elsewhere.
I didn't even think about it.
Even though I have like a lot of brisket. If you need brisket, come to Patterson Fruit Farm.
Well, we'll make it again.
Okay. Tom does make a good corned beef.
He does make it good. It came good.
It came good.
So we had that. So we didn't even have pork. We didn't have no pig in our house. So I'm going to probably have a real crappy year.
Well, you've had a lot of crappy butt jokes.
A lot of crap.
Today.
A lot of crap.
Oh
I just kicked a bottle of wine. I was going to talk about something else. I don't know. But yeah, we had a nice New Year's. And then I was saying though, like, I feel like the kids they're going back to school tomorrow. And I feel like they have been on winter break forever.
I've loved it. I told Bill this morning, I'm like, I just want Christmas break all the time. I feel like we were lazy. I think we laid in bed till like 7 o'clock every morning.
Never do anything like that. So
we watched the animals on so we got this heater. The kids got a heater for Christmas. So we've had it in the barn. And Bill and I, like the kids were gone. Where did they go? Oh, they went to Fair Managers overnight. We went out to dinner.
Yeah.
But Bill and I did lots of jobs and we had the greatest time. Right, honey? Didn't we have a fun time doing jobs? Yeah. I don't think he's listening to me.
It was really convincing.
He's eating something. But we did all these things. Bill helped me. But we got this heater. And so we were a little concerned about carbon monoxide. And so we had to get a carbon monoxide detector. We had to get a thermostat. We had to like get little temperature. We have to, hook everything through the cameras so we can now see and hear and all the things. So we would just lay in bed and look at the animals.
So you don't have to go out there super early.
Well, I didn't because the carbon monoxide detector wasn't going off. Like the barn was toasty. We knew the temperature. We could see everybody. It was great.
That is great.
But now the kids have to go to school and, we have to get them out of the house by 7.
I was saying, Liv and I left for New York the day they got out of school. I feel like that was 3 months ago. It was so long ago.
They've had a nice long break.
It's been great. They did get a great break this year. So, and this one extra day really makes a difference too, I feel like, because a lot of schools went back on Monday and we didn't. And I think that made like a really nice difference to it. So I don't know. We had a really nice break.
It's been lovely.
Yeah, we took the kids to Topgolf with my brother's family. That was fun. We went out to dinner with you guys. We went out to dinner with my brothers. So, my one brother, my other brother didn't. But
we got some snow. It looks like Christmas.
We got like a good amount of snow.
Well, breaking news, I finally took down our live Christmas trees today.
Do you know that we took ours down on the day after New Year's Day, and it's been sitting out there because our garbage truck wouldn't take it. They've taken it every other year.
We'll put it in the woods. We set them out in the woods for our birds so they could use it for shelter.
That makes me sound like a bad person now because I was like, oh, we're just going to burn it. We're just going to throw it in the burn pit.
Well, if you wait until it really dries up, it lights up real good.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just put it on the burn pile.
We'll have a good little spring bonfire. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like
our kids skied, your kids skied. Yeah. They had some nice little trips, and
we're renovating our bedrooms upstairs. Not ours, but all 3 of our kids' bedrooms. And so we are in like clean out mode. And apparently, Kristin is also in clean out mode. And I have found that when the Pattersons clean out anything in their house, they put it at my house.
Well, we offer it to you, and you take it.
They put it at my house.
We did put it in your car, but I thought that was helpful because. So Sam went back to school on Sunday, and then classes got canceled on Monday. So before he left, his room never got organized when he left after the summer. Everything was just like thrown, and Sam is not our tidy kid.
But like if someone says to you, hey, we found some baseball cards, and I have a kid who is into
football cards.
Or football cards. I have a kid, Joey is very, very into football cards. So if someone says to you, hey, we have some, does Joey want to go through them? You throw away whatever you don't want after that, but like if he wants to go through them, blah, blah, blah.
He's welcome to them.
He's welcome to them. Great. That's so generous of you. Would you imagine that
it would be... there might be more than you're expecting.
Would you imagine it would be 3 comforter bags full? Is that what you would think would be? And then when you work there, they just put it in your car. I have to start locking my car.
I thought that was helping.
I have to start locking my car.
I mean, you could have just thrown them away.
I've got to start locking my car.
You needed 3 potatoes, and I put those in your car too.
Inside of a ski helmet that we don't need.
Well, you might have needed it.
Then I'm cleaning our mudroom yesterday because everything that has been taken. So we're starting with Olivia's room, and she's moving.
It was a nice ski helmet, by the way.
It is a nice ski helmet. I'm just saying, like we have been cleaning out our old playroom, which is going to become Olivia's room. So that was kind of a catch-all room as well. So we've been cleaning that out, and everything ended up in our mud room. So I've been yesterday cleaning out the mud room, and I open up our coat closet in there, and like 7 ski helmets fall on me. And I'm like, Tom, where are all these ski helmets from? He's like, I think the Pattersons gave them to us. No one knows whose they are, where they came from. I'm like, on earth is going on here?
We only have 6 in our house.
I could
everybody's
open up a
head
ski
is done
shop.
growing.
I could open
you
up
could
a
you could
ski
sell
shop.
it.
Like, my goodness.
We did have a lot. So I took 1 load to our dumpster of my car. Not even kidding you. Trash, like stuff that literally should have been thrown away. So we went through everything, every single thing.
That is what we're starting to do.
It was nice.
So we did that room, and now when we live into that room, we will have to like completely clean out her space. The problem is we don't have anyone really that like has younger girls. I need to find someone with younger girls.
Our niece. Oh, no, she's not.
She's
She'd
like
be bigger.
really little though, you know, like I need like, if you've got like a 9-year-old,
Well, I was meeting Audrey, but
12-year-old. Oh,
Yeah,
no, but Audrey, I
but
think,
she'd be
is like
bigger.
taller and
Yeah.
bigger than Liv. Liv is very petite, which stinks because I can't really pass down to many kids.
Yeah.
Because she's so
That's true.
short. She's just short.
we have nothing else to pass on. We literally, the boys went through their clothes. Sam went through his stuff. And, you know, Sam, like, I told Bill, like, he could have found it real darn annoying that we're, like, making him sort through all this stuff. He was really good about it. But I'm like, I bet he was happy to go back to school. So we donated a load today to Goodwill.
That's awesome.
Drop that off. Have some books to go in the little library. You're going to love that.
Do not leave them by my shipping stuff. This is the other thing she does. I have one little section. I have my own office that's in another building, but then I have this one little section in the market that is my area.
I don't even have a little section anywhere in the entire market.
It's called your house.
No.
Put it at your house.
So anyways, we have a couple books
They
to
leave
go, and it's not
boxes.
many.
It's a couple. You all just heard a couple is 2.
Okay, it's more than a couple. It's
It's
probably
like
like
a couple
10.
boxes. Oh, that's not
No,
terrible.
it's like 10 books.
All
It's
right.
not bad.
I'll allow that. But they leave it in my stuff.
So this is interesting that Bill said, no, it's a little library. It's not for teenager or adult books. And I said,
I think
Bill,
it's for anything.
yeah. I
Yeah,
said, Bill,
that
have
I
you
disagree
ever
with.
looked into our little library? We have a lot of adult
We
and
probably should be monitoring it.
well,
to
you know,
be
actually,
honest.
I do look through
you? 'Cause
because
there might
one
be some
time
dirty stuff in there.
there was.
Really?
There was. It was a
but
positional
people
book.
stop it. Little like Kama Sutra or
Yeah,
whatever it's
it
called.
was. So I removed it
Oh
and I took
my.
it home. No, I'm just kidding. I threw it in the garbage.
And Bill came smiling to work the next day. Anyways.
I threw it away. I do worry about that, so I oftentimes do browse.
Yeah, I would have never
through.
thought about that. But I do know that there are, like, I've opened it before when I put books in there, and there are definitely, like, adult novels. Not like rated X or anything, but just definitely, like, you know, like John Grisham's or stuff like that have been in there before. So
this is going to be real for the smart. We've got an aeronautical engineering book and a pilot's book, and actually we have a little mini thesauruses. Thesaurus. I can't say it right. A couple dictionaries, like little ones.
I had put a dictionary in there that one of the kids had, and it went like right away. People,
Well, I was going to
really
put a
do
Bible
love
in
it.
there, but then like I couldn't part with it.
Well, that's fine, but don't not put it in there because of like.
Oh no.
Okay, because I was like, no, who cares?
Yeah, I'd put the Bible in there for sure, but I didn't want. I kind of collect them. So
I would love to know what happened. Tom's grandma had this. I was actually telling your father-in-law this Bible that was. It was like a coffee table book. It was like literally a piece of art. It was so beautiful. We gave it to her. My aunt does estate sales and came across this Bible that was just, it was gorgeous. And we gave it to her. And I wonder whatever happened to it, but I would almost
like it back.
She died. I'd like it back.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
wonder
when we
where
got
it is.
married, we bought a big, kind of like what you're talking about, like leather bound, hardcover Bible. We all have Bibles, but this was like a special Bible that like we signed when we got married. And then we had all of our guests, which obviously was
For
family. I think it was like 50, but it was just
you did.
family. It was
just
less
family.
than that actually,
Yes,
but just
I'm
family.
kidding.
You're just still mad you didn't get to come.
I was really mad.
There were a lot of people, but if you go
I
like,
got to go like see her get ready.
Yeah.
So I did get to see that.
we're like, it's going to go from like 35 family members, then where do you stop?
It escalates quickly. It's totally understandable.
Yeah. Anyway, so we have that. So we thought when all the kids get married, that if they wanted to use it, they could add to the Bible.
So that was how we got on the subject with your father-in-law. Is he was saying that he
'cause
wanted
the Bibles.
Yeah, that he had gotten all the grandkids Bibles.
We talked
for
about that
Christmas.
last week. Yeah, he was probably the largest Bible buyer that
So he
place
did
has
say
ever
that he's
had.
pretty sure the religious store that he bought it from was like, what on earth is going?
Yeah,
Are you
and they
opening
weren't-
a church?
They were very Bibles are expensive.
They're
But they're
not
very
cheap.
expensive
Yeah.
Bibles.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just like something like that is like it has so much more, not even just the religious value, but the sentimental value that comes with that is
Well,
really
I was laughing because I told Sam, because I'm like, I just can't part with Bibles. I'm like, in fact, I have your mom's Bible.
Do you?
And he's like, why? And I'm like, well, she left it and she didn't want it, so I just kept it.
That's fine then.
So I just kept it.
That's fine. You and every hotel in town.
I know.
It's great.
It's fine. It's good. So yes, that was very lovely. And the kids, I think the kids really did. They wrote a special note in the Bible too. So I think that's a special.
That's really neat.
Well, Nancy wrote all the notes and Jim just bought the Bible.
He did tell me that he had to have her write all the notes.
Oh my gosh.
He told me
She
that
had
she's
to
very
spend
good at it. Though. He did
but-
tell me that she's very good.
But this
at
is something to talk about, how none of our kids can read cursive. So none of our kids can read what she wrote. And it's not even that. Like we were discussing with her, Nancy has her own way of writing. Like we even struggle to read it. So it's like cursive, Nancy, like, I don't know. We were struggling.
You probably, not that anything is going to happen soon, but you probably, if you're struggling with anything, might need to get like it translated by her.
Yeah,
now.
we should.
Like, what does this say so that you have it?
Well, today my father-in-law so my mother-in-law is a big emailer. Well, we were send a text. She sends an email. And so she sends an email to like employees, but to family members too. Like if she wants something from me, it's not just send a text real fast. She'll send an email that's like 5 paragraphs. It's a beautiful like essay that she's written. And all she wants to know is what time we're coming over and how many people. So it's like the Nancy trait. So I was actually talking to my sister-in-law and I'm like, yeah, I talked to your mom. We got it all set. And I'm like, oh, actually, go back. We didn't actually talk. It was an email, but that's the same thing.
Right.
So half the time I'm like, can I just call you? Because this is much easier for me to talk to you about than to write an email back. I don't even know where I was going with this, talking about emails, but where was I going with this?
Nancy trait. I don't know.
Something about emails. What were we talking about before? Handwriting, emails.
I mean, I give her a lot of credit because she's not an old lady, but she's not really young. And a lot of people in her generation would never
email. Oh, she's very good on a computer.
So she's awesome when it comes to
So
that.
today, I know where I was going. Jim sent an email, and it was an email of all of his sayings, his favorite things that he says or like that people say that he likes. I haven't been through it all yet because it's quite lengthy, but he sends an email. And so I was kind of like, well, they're getting ready to leave for Florida. And so I'm like, is he not coming back?
Right. Like, what on earth is going on?
This is kind of funny. So we actually did, multiple years ago, I think you know this, but I gave them, so before Bill and I were married, I used to have more time on my hands, I think. I don't know, but I'd always make something for everybody in the family. So one year I made tea towels for everyone, and I had Nancy's strawberry pie recipe and the handwriting, and I made everybody in the family tea towels, Campbell and I, and actually Jack and Parker, everybody, all the kids sewed, and we made everybody tea towels with this writing on it. And so I would find something every year, and I'm like, Bill, I've got it this year. We gave her the Storyworth gift, which is you buy the service, and every week they send you for 52 weeks different questions. And it asks them different questions.
I saw this on Instagram.
So it's become quite popular now, but I did not know if this would be like the worst thing ever or really awesome. So they do this for a year. So Nancy was a prime candidate for it because she writes so much. So for the whole year, she was very dedicated, and she wrote paragraphs every week when I asked her all the questions. And at the end of the year, they put it all together in a book.
No way.
And so she got the book, but then they bought the book for all of us, which has been really awesome because then we could read, because it's like, how did you meet your husband? Where did you meet?
Are you going to actually do it?
Well, I would maybe do it.
We're in 1 week. Have you done it?
Well, I mean, I haven't done it, but she did it. I mean, so maybe I don't think anybody really cares for me to do it.
No, I thought you said that she like bought it for you to do.
No. She bought us all books of what they wrote. So then we have all of that.
Let me tell you, something like that is so cool though. Like we have, this is not the same at all, but like we
are way over.
I know. When we have one of those books that like you can record your voice.
I do too. My grandparents and my grandma.
I have my grandma did it for Liv. It's Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and my mom and my grandma.
That's a treasure. That's a good
together.
gift.
And after she died, I found it, and the batteries were dead in it, and I was like, oh my god, I wonder if it'll work. And we put new batteries in, and I
still
have
there?
that. Yes,
ours are still there. My grandma and grandpa read the Christmas story together, and then my grandma read All the Ways That I Love You. So I have them all.
It's so cool. I'm so glad my mom did it with my grandma, and I'm so glad
I should do it with my parents. Yeah. We should do it with our parents.
We should totally do it.
Oh my goodness. We are over, but it was such a good podcast today, friends. Thanks for listening.
Have a great week.
Until next time, we're Miss